Hey everybody, it's Christy with Christical Artistry. Thank you for watching tonight. Thank you to new subscribers who are joining us, and thank you to Eileen and Patty for your comments this week. I know I responded to you, but thank you again. Tonight I'm going to be working on a 12 by 24 level 3 canvas. It is a very skinny and tall canvas, but I have this color palette in mind of purples and pinks with some gold and rose gold that I want to try. So I'm going to flood the canvas with my Blickrylic white, and then I'll bring it down and we'll get started. I'll be right back. So again, we are working on a 12 by 24 canvas, level 3 tonight. And I flooded the canvas, I popped the bubbles. I'm just making sure that the sides are thoroughly covered. They look good. All right, let's pop the bubbles one more time. All right. So again, my color palette tonight is going to be pinks and purples with two metallics. I spilled white paint all over my gold, so hang on a minute. All right. There we go. Okay, so here's our color palette for tonight. First we have Liquitex Basics Dioxazine Purple. On top of that, I'm going to add Deco Art Purple Pearl. Next is going to be my Deco Art Splendid Gold. I decided not to use the 24 karat. This one's brighter, and I think it'll look nicer with the purples. Then I'm going to put in some Liquitex Basic Rose Pink. On top of that, I'm going to do the Extreme Sheen Rose Quartz. I love how this one shimmers. And lastly, I'm going to add some of my Deco Art Extreme Sheen Rose Gold. So we have a lot of metallic shimmer going into this one. And I'm only going to use basically pink and purple. And I've been thinking about this one for a while, and that's why I chose this longer canvas as well. And I'm hoping that I can get so a really nice sprig in here. So let's get started. We're going to start off with our Dioxazine Purple. And I am actually going to just run this light just like that up the middle. Okay, next is my Deco Art Purple Pearl. Again, looking for a lot of shimmer. I'm going to put in my Splendid Gold now. On top of that, the Rose Pink. On top of that, the Extreme Sheen Rose Quartz. There we go. And last but not least, Rose Gold. A lot of shimmer. Alright, let's blow this out and see what happens. I'm going to stick with my Revlon dryer with the smaller attachment. Since this is a skinnier canvas, I'm going to use low with the cool power button that's on here, right here. It's going to get loud, so bear with me. Here we go. did get a lot of rose. We have a lot of cells popping up. We have a lot of bubbles. A lot of bubbles. I'm going to torch this. I have to say right now I'm not liking it so much. So I want to give it a chance here. I hope they're not goops in the paint. No, they're bubbles. It's bursting through with the purple. Another big bubble here. Now I have to say, I expected the pink and the purple to play a little nicer than they are. There's so much going on, I'm just sort of staring at it here. There's bubbles popping left and right here, and I don't know why. Let's see if I can tilt this up so you can see it a little better. You see what I'm seeing? We have a lot of white, and I'm not too thrilled about that. I'm actually a little disappointed in the Dioxazine Purple. I wanted that to be more prominent, so I probably should have moved that closer to the top. I don't like, boy, I've got all these. The purple is trying to bust through all the white, and it's doing it in some areas, but in some areas it's just doing it real, I don't know, gummy. I don't like it. I don't know about this one. I think what I'm going to let it do is I'm going to let it sit and develop a little bit more. I've had better purple paintings, but right now I'm not too crazy about this one. I feel like I should just blow it out and redo it. Let's see what I can do with it. That out a little bit. I still don't like all this white here. There's just, I want to see if there's anything under here. It just feels so boring here. Yeah, not too crazy about this one. But these things happen. Sometimes we, do a couple that we just don't like. And I hope there's nobody out there that's going, oh my god, I love it. Because I really don't. I feel like this whole thing here has no color in it whatsoever. I hate that. I hate this whole thing here. Honestly, I'm not too thrilled with any of this painting. The colors just did not go like I thought they would. So I'm going to scrape this up and use this in another painting, but I don't like this at all. Let me try see what I can do with it. There's so much paint on here, I can probably tilt it around. Let's see what we can get out of it, because I hate it right now. Sorry, I'm just tilting it around because, like I said, I really don't like it. I'm seeing if there's any color I can get out of this before I just do a final all-around scrape. It's kind of pretty. You guys can't see it though, but that's kind of pretty. this. I knew I need some more paint up on the top there where I scraped it, but I'm going to get some of this off because I do see some globs in the paint too. Okay, so what I've got is there's some globs in the paint here. I'm not sure from what. Then I took out this, so it needs more paint, so I'm literally going to throw this back on here so as not to waste the paint. Whoopsie. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to scrape this whole thing and start again. I don't like it at all. There's nothing about this painting I like. I thought the colors were going to be much nicer. I thought that I don't understand what this globby stuff is. The Dioxazine Purple had giant globs in it. It's terrible. I'm going to tilt it down towards you guys so you can see what I'm doing. But yeah, I just don't like it at all. So I'm going to probably just scrape the whole thing and start again. But sometimes these things happen. That's what's good about these canvases. You can start with one thing, and if it doesn't work out, you just start all over. Now we're just getting crazy here. Now it's just getting crazy. But I thought I'd show you, since I don't like it, sometimes what we do with them when we don't like something and we try to save it. We do these nice little crazy pours and then tilt them and see if we can get something out of it that we like. I love the colors. The composition is just not there tonight. Let's put that down and see what it looks like. It looks like rocks. Okay. So, I'm now covered in paint. And I don't mind what's going on now. I kind of like it. But there's so many bubbles in here. Let me see what happens when we take those bubbles out. It's not too bad. Alright, let's tilt up this way because we're missing this whole section here. And it needs more paint to help it flow. So again, basically I'm just scraping the table and filling in the holes and then pouring it off just to see what if I can get anything out of this. It's a very abstract painting. The sides aren't even running down nice. Okay, so here's what we have so far. And not everything works out the way you think. So let's see what we can do. See if we can fix it. I like the purple. I didn't care for the pink. The pink was too dark. The pink turned salmon on me. So let's see if we can something out of this. I'm just going to do a pour painting. And we're going to see if we can get something crazy to come out of this. I'm going to skip the rose pink because I didn't like that. But I think what I am going to do is I'm going to add a magenta. So I'm going to add my Liquitex Basic Medium Magenta. Let's see, like I said, if I can just get something crazy out of this that I can keep. And then I liked, no, I'm going to go, yeah, I kind of like the rose gold. So I'm just going to do a little bit of rose gold. And I think that's it. We're going to blow it out and see what happens. Really going for abstract art tonight. So now I would like to get some more of that down where all this messed up stuff is first, because I've got enough paint on here now. This is what you call fun with paint. Because I'm just trying to now get some kind of composition out of this. Something that I can work with here. I'm waiting for it to go down to that corner. So bare. Alright, there we go. Alright. So this is one of those, what do they call that? Hot messes. It is a mess. But I'm still going to try to get something out of it. Bubbles. It's really starting to kind of grow on me. I don't know what is in my purple, but I have like these lumps in here that when you break them, you can see the Dioxazine Purple. It's so weird. These paints are not that old. They were mixed up recently. And I didn't have any lumps in them when I mixed them. So, there's just a lot of lumpy stuff in here. It's crazy. Alright, so I'm going to fix all my lumpies and then decide what I'm going to do with it, and I will let you know. But that is our really weird little painting for tonight. it's so weird because I don't like what happened with it, but I still like the colors and everything. So I don't know. What do you think about these like crazy try to fix it paintings? When when we have an issue and we try to fix it, do you think we should just scrape and be done, or do you think that sometimes we get something pretty out of messing with it for a while? I mean, I think it's pretty. I just don't understand where these lumps are coming from. Let me know in the comments, and I will tell you on my next video what I decided to do with it. If I decided to keep it because it dried pretty, or if I decided to scrape it, or if I'm going to just paint over it. So let me know what you think in the comments, please. I'll bring you down just so you can see it up a little bit close, so you can see the bubbles I'm talking about, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here is the painting, and I want to show you. It'll be easy as pie to show you the lumps. Look in the light there. You can see tons of these chunky little lumps of paint, and I have no idea. I checked my paints and they were all fine, so I'm not sure what happened. I kind of like the colors. I mean, it reminds me kind of a 60s pattern. Not paisley, but kind of. I don't know, I think it's kind of pretty. So I'm going to see if I can do something with those lumps and see what happens when it gets just a little bit drier. Maybe those bubbles will burst. I'm not really sure. So I'm going to see what happens. And then on the next video I'll tell you what I actually ended up doing with it. Alright, so my next video will be out in 3 days, and then I'll tell you what happens with this one. Alright, bye for now. Thank you, subscribers.